Thank you so much for staying with us. So listen, what we heard on the first part of this broadcast is just part of what we had prepared for you. So we say thank you so much for your time and your company. Thank you to the entire crew that made this production a success. I want to say thank you for your viewership throughout 2023, okay? On Saturday, Hase, on Sunday, To the Point. And at this point, I want to say to a greater and blessed 2024, okay? But don't go anywhere because we're leaving you with this piece, this exclusive piece by our very own Zainab Mohammed. Our sign language interpreter has been Catherine Simaloy. My name is Grace Kuriakanja, and we leave you with this piece. Lechekuti or Shephard School is a type of learning that allows learners from the pastoralist communities to herd during the day and learn in the evening or at night. Now, in this following special report, our reporter Zainab Mohammed follows 3 young girls in Samburu County who are in Lechekuti School and explores the strength and weakness of the type of learning. Herders by day, learners by night. Up next.
The sun has just risen in Nyamunyak area in Samburu County. We are at the Lempunya's homestead. Dola Lempunya is preparing tea for her family. Her daughters Saja, Lentiei and Saima are sitting around her. The 3 are students at an after-school program called Lechekuti or Shephard School.
I never went to school, so I want my children to go to school so that they can help me and also learn how to speak in English and Kiswahili.
The program allows learners from pastoralist communities to look after their livestock during the day and learn in the evening.
I allow my children to go to school as long as they complete all their daily chores.
The tea is now ready. But the girls cannot have their tea before serving the grown-ups in the family. Saja serves her family in 2 rounds before sitting down for a cup of tea. Time is not on their side. The girls chug the hot tea in the midst of the smoke emanating from the dying fire. Arfet Lal Parsoi, a village elder who has also sent his children to the Lechekuti program, says he has seen a significant change in his children since they went to school. Apart from learning how to read and write, he says the children have learned etiquette and hygiene.
When my children went to school, I have seen a change in how they are doing house chores. They are also showing respect to guests. They have also learned how to take a bath, something they didn't know.
Upon completing their tea, the girls embark on their first task of the day, milking the goats. It is not an easy task as they both struggle to hold on to the goat. Despite their best effort, the girls get only a few drops of milk from the goat. They then leave for their next task, fetching water. Robert Lentau, the Deputy Director Education Docket at Samburu County, says the history of the after-school program dates back years, with the program having significant impact on promoting access to education among pastoralist communities.
It has really bridged that gap between those who have not, and again it has uplifted the literacy level of these children. Many of them also, they complete the grade 3, and some after the graduation they can opt to join the primary school and continue with the education thereafter. And we have seen many success stories or successful people that have started with the Lechekuti program. They graduated from Lechekuti program, they graduated to primary school, secondary school, and now they are senior people maybe in the communities, and we have seen Lechekuti program has really brought a big impact in Samburu child.
The journey to the wells is a long one, and the 11 and 8-year-old have to walk under the scorching sun to get there. At the well, almost all of the water is submerged in the sand. That means the process takes much longer to complete as the girls try to filter out the sand from the water. On the side, one of the girls is washing clothes whilst fending off donkeys from drinking their water. Close to 2 hours later, the chore is complete and it is time to head home. One after another, the girls tie a cloth to the jerry cans and place it on their heads. The weight of the water is clearly overpowering them as they struggle to balance. It is currently midday and the girls are finally back home. They have one more task before heading to their evening classes later in the day. Armed with their books on one hand and a stick in the other, they lead the goats to grazing grounds. At the grazing field, the girls steal a few moments to do their homework. But they have to be very alert not to lose the goats whilst focused on the books. This means that sometimes they have to put their books away and run after the goats when things get out of hand. Naisiai Lempushuna, a communication and program officer at Too Young to Ed, the non-governmental organization hosting the Lechekuti program attended by Lempunya's girls, says the aim of the after-school learning program is to introduce the young herders to the school system, eventually transitioning them to the mainstream school.
We don't use force, and we have various community dialogues to listen from the parents. Here there are people who are even poor to an extent that they can't even afford a pen, a normal pencil, 5 bob. Some even they don't know even there is something called a pencil. So we meet with the parents of these girls and have a dialogue and ask them who is willing to take their girls to school. And if 20 of them will accept, then that is now when we will be enrolling them to the primary schools, whereby they will be now continuing with their normal the normal system of education in primary school. For us, it will be a matter of buying them the normal necessary items like pencils, school uniform, any other thing that is required in school. That is now will be on us. So that is how we make sure that there is a smooth transition from being a Lechekuti student to now being a normal primary school kid.
The program that was launched not so long ago includes a committee from the local community who are at the center of decision making.
We have a committee here which comprises of 20 people. Each representative comes from a small sub-villages here. So that is how we go to identify the girls. So they presented the names. These are the names of the girls that whose parents are willing. You know, you also, the moment you start using force in a community, you will face rejection. And also sustainability of a project will not be there because we are forcing people something that they don't want. You are forcing people to bring their kids to follow your rules. And we don't want to live here and then that is the end of the project. We want this thing to be a continuous. Even if we live here, because we want to be here forever, at least there is a committee that will be ensuring that there is learning that is still going on here.
Sasa ukiona hiyo damu, usiseme sijui wapi imenikatika, sijui tumbo wangu imekaje. Usiseme hivyo, hiyo ni kawaida kwa wanawake. Hiyo ni kawaida kwa wanawake. Hiyo ni kawaida kwa wanawake. Ukiona hiyo damu, usikae na wanaume. Ukijaribu kukaa na wanaume ulishapata nini? Mimba. Utapata mimba. Very soon utapata mimba.
There are also mentors who take the young girls through safe space sessions where they have an opportunity to discuss and learn issues affecting them.
Hata kama uko na jamaa yako, usikae naye. Ambia excuse. Kaa kidogo nimalize wiki 2. Malize wiki ngapi? Wiki 2. Na kama unataka mimba, unasala naye. Lakini sijawaambia msijaribu kulala na jamaa. Msijaribu hata kidogo. Hata mistake usifanye. Sawa? Hata mistake. Hiyo ni aibu kubwa. Utajiletea aibu. Utashekelewa. Sawa? Utashekelewa na dunia mzima.
Back at the field, the girls continue multitasking on school and herding with only an hour left to the start of their first lesson. It is It's now 3:45 p.m. The girls have to bring the goats back home and head to class. The process is seamless and they quickly get on their way. The learning center is quite far and the girls take over 1 hour to get there. They find that learning has already begun.
17, 18, 19, 20.
71. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
John Lekulai, one of the teachers here, says the classes run between 4 and 6 p.m. with literacy, numeracy and hygiene being the main focus of the classes. Learning goes on 3 days a week, but lateness and absenteeism is a major challenge.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Sometimes kwa sababu wanaishi mahali tofauti na hapa tunakuanga na wanyama ndovu, fisi na simba pia. Sasa wanakujanga mara ikifika tu, yani unajua wakienda kuchunga mara wanapata sanga, hata wanyama wanapata sanga mifugo. Sasa anaogopa msasi tena kuja nyumbani. Sasa anakuja wakikuwa amekosa siku moja, unaendea tu msasi, unaambia pole kwa mtoto yako amekosea, wacha tu akuje shule. Sasa si sana ni wachache tu 1, 2, 3.
Unlike other schools that close during the December holidays, the Lechekuti program runs throughout the year, and this NICI says is to protect the girls from risks such as FGM and early marriages.
So the reason why we are doing this is because we do monitoring of these girls. There is a register where their names are. So if you miss 2 times the class, then we have mentors in this village. We have 4 mentors in this village who come to their homes and get to know how are they doing. What is the issue? Are they sick? Is there anything that's happening that we don't know? If anything of such kind happens, then we also report to the government, because we are not government and we don't take any law. For us, it's just reporting, and then now the government take the law.
The children take turn to read out the numbers out loud, and Saja, Lintier and Saima are not left behind.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
The program, despite its obvious success, has faced significant challenges. Issues such as sustainability and quality of the education output cannot be ignored.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Because the Lechekuti program is 90% done by non-governmental organizations, the learning curriculum used is not standard, and some NGOs use untrained teachers to save on money.
From TC perspective, what we wish maybe the program to do is to ensure that they follow the policies. That when children are taught under anywhere, as long as they are taught by a teacher or so, they must be able to get teachers who are accredited, who have gone through basic training, primary teacher colleges, so that now those teachers will have now that competencies, that skill, that knowledge now to bring the children from that Lechekuti or that the Shepherd life now to like school. So I'll just maybe ask maybe those who are coming with this kind of program to ensure that they follow the policies, they follow the procedures, they ensure that teachers are trained, not just getting them from the village and you start calling them teachers.
When the sun sets and darkness sets in, learning has to involuntarily end. This, John says, it's because the tents lack lighting.
ila iti tena ndio disadvantage nyingine, kwa sababu ikifika tu 6 atupati time nyingine ya kufunza na bado wanataka kufunzwa. Na kuna wengine hata wanakujanga late, yani kulingana na vile anaenda kuchunga, anapeleka mfugo yao mbali. Sasa kufika ni ngumu, anafika late. Sasa hiyo ndio challenges naona tunapatanga.
All the stakeholders agree that should the program be adopted and mainstreamed by the government, it would have a fighting chance since the government resources are limitless.
If this thing depends on donor funds, it may not be sustainable. It would have been good if government could take over and uses its resources, for instance teachers even, like an extra job, or even employ except teachers who will handle that kind of scenario. Because with the donor fund, maybe donor may run out of funds, and this thing is a bit costly.
National government and the county government, the NGOs and the donor funders come together. Then at least we can have a roadmap so that maybe when the donor funding ends, then again these other institutions will continue carrying the program forward so that for the betterment of these children. Because we have seen many of them, they can speak English, they can speak Kiswahili, they can do arithmetic. So again, we have also seen this Lechekuti program changing the lives of these children out of what they are being taught. So my appeal to the national government and all the stakeholders is to come together so that maybe we can have a common program for prosperity of this program.
With the lesson coming to an end, the girls disappear into the night, ready for a day similar to the one they had today. Their hope being tomorrow holds a future brighter than today. Since its inception close to 3 decades ago, the Lechekuti program has had significant impact on the lives of young herders in pastoralist communities. However, because most, if not all, Lechekuti programs depend on donor funding, the program is yet to achieve its maximum potential, begging the question, is this the magic bullet missing in the government strategy to achieve education equity in arid and semi-arid areas? Zainab Mohammed, TV 47 in Samburu County.